You have the continual Oregon-Washington rumors. So I don't think they'll ever be able to put those fires out, even with a new deal, even if it's with Apple or Amazon or some cobbled together group. They're still in big trouble.
Paul Finnebaum, of course, ESPN, still thinks that Pac-12 days of chaos aren't nearing an end. And here he is talking to the president down in Arizona. Mm-hmm. And, Pac-12 still doesn't have a new media contract yet, a rights deal, despite claiming for the last few months, at least publicly or non-publicly, that there is something right around the corner. And I know a lot of people are so antsy about getting it. And I don't know why people just can't relax. And if it gets done, it gets done. I mean, I don't, what's the rush? It's not changing anything this year.
No, it's not.
And it seems like people like, us talking heads, and not me, but some others, that's all they want to, they don't have it done yet. They don't have it. So what? I mean, people get so weird about that stuff. And I'm like, shut the, what? Because it's like, there are people, powers to be there, a lot smarter than we are. I mean, I ran into my classmate.
Okay.
He was the vice president of my class in my master's program at Ohio U.
Okay.
Is the AD at Stanford. Okay. Pretty influential guy.
What happened to you?
I did fine. And literally, I saw him 2 months ago, and I asked him about it. And he said, it'll get done.
Yeah.
He goes, don't listen to all the noise. It'll get done. And I'm like, cool. That's all I needed to hear. Yeah, and I'm hearing from a guy that's in the room that's probably negotiating with the owner, or not the owners, with the presidents and chancellors and all that.
The interesting thing about it is that the Pac-12 deal got signed with Fox and the other partners that they have, and the Big Ten deal was done. The SEC deal was done. And so I think people are in this, why isn't the Pac-12 deal done? Well, because they are still trying to figure out where they're going to have those games. And I'm with you. I'm from I agree that if you're a Pac-12 fan, it's frustrating because you have no idea, first off, if the conference is even going to resemble anything at all in another year. It may be totally different. Or where in the wide world of sport am I going to be able to watch the games? I can't go on ESPN. They're not going to be there. I can't go on Fox. They're not going to be there. So where are they going to be?
They'll be somewhere.
They will. But if it's a streaming service and you don't have that streaming service, now you have to invest in that streaming service.
Then if you want to watch Pac-12 football, you'll do it.
That's the way it is.
People got to realize it's the world we live in now.
Yes, it is.
Streaming is everything. And I think the bigger issue is with USC and UCLA leaving for the Big Ten, and Big 12, knocking on the doors with either ASU, Colorado, and Arizona, whoever, or Oregon, Washington, maybe going to the Big Ten, whatever it is. I think that's the bigger story is, these schools are maybe waiting for a deal to get done before they make a move. Or that's the only thing I can tell the Pac-12 commissioner, say, hey, George, you need to kind of speed this up or you're going to lose Arizona State.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of where you need to move a little faster. Right? I mean, where else would you need to move faster?
You have to understand that Oklahoma and Texas leave the Big 12 after this season. And Yarnoff, who is the new commissioner of the Big 12, he's done a fabulous job, by the way.
What has he done to earn that tag, fabulous?
Because he went out right away, was proactive, went out and secured the 4 schools that will be in the Big 12 this coming season. He also went out and secured a solid television contract, which will pay each school roughly $45 to $50 million per season. So he was proactive in that. And he's also stated right now they have 14 teams in the Big 12. Texas, Oklahoma leave after this season. He has been on record by saying, I like that 14 number.
Yeah.
So that means he's shopping for 2 other teams.
Yeah, and why would Colorado, who is one of the schools that wants to go to the Big Ten, why would they want less than 32, 33 million annually? I mean, to stay. I mean, you'll get that. You referenced, close to 50.
Yep.
why wouldn't you go for that?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And I think I know it's going to happen. I know a lot of fans they're waiting. Oh my God, what am I going to do? But come on, I mean, I don't know if the Pac-12 is in as much trouble as some people seem to be just because the media deal. I don't. I think they can stand on their own. They're going to be fine. They're never going to compete with the SEC. They're never going to compete with the Big Ten.
That is correct.
And the Big 12. Let's just
correct.
be honest.
Yeah, they're not going.
They're number 4. You can make a case they're number 5. Wherever you want to put the ACC.
Right.
And I think I'm not a big ACC guy, even though I grew up in the ACC country, basically with the Big 10 country on the East Coast, the basketball and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But Pac-12 always has been where they are. But you can make a case maybe for you Pac-12 people that went to Pac-12 school that, hey, outside of sports, they've placed some pretty good people in some great jobs that are not necessarily sports.
Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong with the academic.
Cal, Arizona State.
Academic things, that's not the question. The question is how do you keep up financially when the other schools are getting 50 to 70 million and you're getting 30? That's the issue for every Pac-12 athletic department right there.
So